I'll make this video about the hours, the type of hours and schedule you work as an investigator, a private investigator. You know, there really is no schedule. There have been times where there's no case going on and you're off for about a week, 2 weeks at a time. Then there's a time where there's multiple cases going on at once. I mean, there were times you have multiple cases going on at one time. You're on one case, and then after putting 10 hours in that, you go right to another case. Now, the longest I've ever been on, you know, one case, I would say is, I think, 32 or 34 hours. And that was a DWI that a sibling tried to blame the sibling tried to blame the other sibling, very dirty, a brother and sister. And the sister, you know, the cops came, they arrested her, this and that. But what had happened was that she had a bloody nose, and the airbags went off when they had a Mercedes, really nice one, in the passenger side. She was sitting there. So what had happened was that the tow truck came, towed the car to a yard, tow yard. So her dad called, and the dad hired us at first. Then there was a lot of lying within the kids, the brother and the sister. Then the sister retained us, and what we did was we went to go secure the car. So, she was arrested. The brother got some sort of Uber. So I get to the tow yard where the car is at, and I'm sitting. I go in and I sit there, and I look, and then her pocketbook was still there, and she had her wallet, and there was like $3,000 in the wallet. So hey, listen, this is what's in here. There's a bunch of coins in here. Well, sit on it. What do you mean? Just sit on it. Okay, well, I had to sit on it. Well, I had to sit on it until a place opened up on Monday morning where we could take it to the, how do I word this? It's like a auto collision center. And they can remove the airbags for us. And they can remove, again, photos are everything. We took photos of where her purse was and makeup and everything like that. And they cut the airbags out and sent it to the lab. Now, listen, I can't tell you how much this cost. All I know is that retainer was a very nice retainer. Very nice retainer. But they cut the airbags off, put it in these big, these bags, and sent it off to get tested in the lab. Well, we do know what happened with that case. End result was the DWI was dismissed. So we got her off. But that was the longest I had to actually sit, like, on a case. Now, I've had cases that go longer than 32 hours, but there's movement. That was the longest case where I sat in one spot, 32 hours. Now, you ask yourself, hey, how do you sit there that long, not go to the bathroom? Well, man, hey, look, I got out of that car and I just took a leak. Now, hey, what about food? Now, hey, look here. Now, listen, it was a tow yard, right? No one there. There's a corner store. Let's keep it real. You're telling me you're not going to go grab something to eat from there? You know what I mean. So, but another thing is this. I was on my phone most of the time. I mean, it wasn't like I was sitting there watching. No, I was on my phone. I watched the iPad. I watched, YouTube videos. But, I watched a lot of that. But that was the longest hours I was on a single case. But, you can't, the hours are unpredictable. They really are in that line of work. You could have, I had weeks I did over 100 hours in cases. And then it was just dry spells. And then the crazy thing is that you could be home chilling. Hey, you get a phone call, we have a case. What, really? We have a case. So, it can happen super quick. It really can. And then the shortest case I've ever been on. You go there, you do surveillance, I think 2 hours. I get a call, the client's playing games, wrap it up, the client's playing games. What? People are weird when that comes to, you're hiring a private investigator for a reason, and usually it's not for it's usually not for something good or positive happening in your life. But those are the type of hours you can expect to work as a private investigator. It's unpredictable. No case is the same. They really aren't. But it's you know, you can make a lot of money. You have to be good at what you do, though. You can't be a garbage, you know, at it. You have to get results. And I got a lot of results in my cases. I did. I blew some, but I got some good results.